Alright folks, how you doing? So in the past I have made videos about the surnames that I'm able to trace back to kind of, have a look into my ancestry on both my father and mother's side, and I've recently discovered on my mother's side that I'm also descended from Clan MacLeod, which I wasn't sure about because it was a middle name actually on my mother's side. And I was like, do middle names actually count as like being descended of that clan or that family? And I was able to get the answer out of her. Yes, actually, we do have MacLeods in our lineage. And it's saying here the root of the ancient Dalriada Scottish name MacLeod, which means son of Lloyd, son of Olaf the Black, the King of Man. I assume this means the Isle of Man. And it's a Gaelic surname. And Olaf was from a dynasty of Norse kings, which gives me Norse ancestry, which I didn't know previously that I had, but it is one of the 6 main ethnic groups that form the people who inhabit the Kingdom of Scotland. Like I've said before, they were descended from the King Halfdan the Stingy, a king who was reputed to be descended from the god Frey. So not only do I have Norse ancestry, I also have divine blood.
I always wondered if there was a god, and now I know. There is. And it's me.
You're not a god, Homer.
I have both divine and royal blood on my mother's side, it would seem like. Very interesting. Now, on my father's side, I found out just tonight, in fact, about half an hour ago, talking to my aunt, who is my father's sister. She's 84, but sharp as a tack, very, very bright individual for her age. She's got a really impressive, great memory. And she was talking about how she remembered that there were pit cairns on my father's side, taken from Pictish Gaelic. Now, this was another thing that I found was missing from my genetic composition. I never knew of any surname before which was Pictish in origin until tonight. And it turns out the 2 gaps that I had in my DNA, Norse and Pictish, have actually now been plugged in the last couple of days. I do have Norse and Pictish ancestry, which goes a long way to explaining why the results came out at 98% Scottish. And also, my aunt was talking about how my father's father was from Kirkcaldy, which is over in the Kingdom of Fife. And we read here the surname Pitcairn was first found in Fife, where they had a family seat from early times, and their records appear from the ancient kings of Scotland to determine the rate of taxation. So there we go. I mean, my father's father was surnamed Robertson, but the fact that he came from an area of the country which was inhabited by the Pitcairns, who were Pictish Gaelic, says rather a lot. That explains a lot of things, that fills in a lot of gaps. And when you go down a little bit further, it says that the motto of Clan Pitcairn was "The full moon shines," which is very interesting. It's kind of ironic actually, because where I live in my house, my room is the warmest room in the house. I'm not kidding you. I'm sweating all the time. All the other rooms are kind of cool, but my room is, I don't know, blessed by Apollo or some such. I have no idea why, but my room is always the warmest one in the house. Maybe it's just because of where it's located. So it's kind of ironic when I read that one of the clans I'm descended from talks about the full moon. Because my room is very solar indeed. It always has this kind of orangish glow to it, and very solar. But anyway, I'm maybe getting a little bit sidetracked there. But there you go. That's an update on my ancestry through the surnames on houseofnames.com. And if anyone wants to argue that this House of Names website is a fraud, then prove it. I mean, if you're going to make such claims, back it up. Prove that it's a fraud, because you can go on other websites that talk about these surnames saying pretty much the same thing. But anyway, thanks for watching.